this is probably the episode. You're suited for this podcast.
Thank you.
But this specific series, you're very well suited for.
Yep.
Out of all the people I know in my life, and that's 7. I think about 7 people.
Me,
a few honourable mentions.
You, your mum, your wife,
you,
your cat.
me. I've tried the podcast with her. She won't have it.
She's very demanding.
Just meows all the time. I don't speak English. So this will be interesting because I know.
I like The Simpsons. Yes.
I mean, this chap does like The Simpsons. And speaking of this chap, this is Nick. My name is Tom. Welcome back to the Dreadcast, one and all. Before we get into the Treehouse of Horrors Spectacular / Simpsons Halloween Special, however you want to call it, the technicality, you know, there's a bit of business to take care of first. Number one, firstly,
do you not talk about Fight Club?
Oh, I'm not going to talk about it. You just did.
I got there late. I missed the rules. But it was a wonderful thing to watch. I recommend it to everyone.
I heard the rules. I'm not going to say anything. You're already out. Right? You're already out. You just said it.
Okay, I'm Angel Face.
What?
I'm Angel Face.
I don't know about that.
That's Jared Leto's character in Fight Club.
Oh, I just thought you meant you have an angel, a face of an angel.
More a cherub, kind of chubby cheeks.
First things first, bit of business on the table. Thank you all for checking out past episodes such as Revenge and the highly controversial 2 films under episode that took a beating in the technical field, where we lost half of it and had to redo it. So I hope it all makes sense when you listen to the episode. If you haven't listened to it, go back and check it out. They were 2 absolute dogshit films that we had to go out of our way to watch and review, quote unquote, review for you.
What one was better than the other?
Yeah, although I still think we
disagree.
We lost with both of them. Yeah, to be fair, we didn't get a winner really with that one.
We're both losers.
We are, and that's nothing to do with the podcast. We're just both losers
in general.
Yeah, you can check out all past episodes and I don't like saying the word content. People use the word content for just entertainment nowadays. Oh, I'm gonna watch this content. No, this is a show, and these are episodes. You can go check out all the past episodes of the show
and content.
Damn it! He said it.
You can find it on Podbean.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. He's
taking
the reins of this. This is cool.
On
See, I stopped saying all these and just said all major audio streaming services.
YouTube.
That's the video version.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But there's audio on the video.
See your cherub face.
Yay.
So you can check it out. Check out the Dreadcast on all those services.
Hey, you can see my Simpsons tattoo if you go on the video.
It's not really there.
Mate, I'll just send you a photo you can put on the screen.
Yeah, great, cool.
He's trying to work out for the camera.
Probably won't do that, to be fair.
And
if you want to
been more offended in my life,
send any questions or trivia or what have you into the show, thedreadcastpodcast@gmail.com.
What's that address?
What's that address, Nick?
Why, I believe it's thedreadcastpodcast@gmail.com, Thomas.
That's right. So that's that bit of business taken care of. I mentioned about the last episode with the shenanigans of Nick cutting the cable and us losing all of our wonderful review.
You can use any of the Simpsons technical difficulties.
I use it all
TV
the time.
screens. Yeah, perfect.
I use it all the time. The one that's like the cameraman that's drunk.
Yeah, or the puppy with the cable in its mouth.
Yeah, I use them all the time. Put a little elevator music in the background. I used to use Spanish Flea, as a background. Yeah, I used to use that because that gets used a lot in The Simpsons. And just one other thing we did mention in the last episode for March is 2 films under criteria, which is
an unusual monster or creature
from
the noughties.
Yeah, so we've got to find 2 films that feature those 2 pieces of criteria and watch them and then try to kill ourselves but fail because we have to do a review about it.
I mean, I feel we're going to end up with probably sci-fi original movies.
Oh god, yeah, 10 p.m. Sci-Fi Channel.
I love the fact that there was a film called 2-Headed Shark and the sequel was 3-Headed Shark and then the sequel was 4-Headed Shark and the sequel was 5-Headed Shark.
That would be preposterous to do 6-headed shark.
I think
be absolutely preposterous.
I think 4-Headed Shark. I think 4-Headed Shark starred Rob Van Dam. He was definitely in one of the films, and I watched the one he wasn't in. I think I watched 3-Headed Shark.
Look at him. He's done it. He snuck it in. He snuck the wrestling.
I would always get a wrestling reference in if I can.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it just...
That's fair.
I think a 3-headed shark is unusual. 2-headed is not unusual enough. But 3...
No, I think 3 is fine. Yeah.
Or one of those films with like an octopus crossed with a shark. You know, I want something random. I want something terrible.
Octoshark.
Sharktopus.
No, I have Sharktopus on my hard drive somewhere, yes.
I'm pretty sure it did exist.
So I think that's about it. As I stated at the top of the episode, this was actually one this series I was quite happy and excited to get you on with, because we quote Simpsons all the time.
We do.
All the time. I'm personally, I think you're more of a fan of the broad sense than I am. Like, after season 10, 11, I'm kind of checked out.
Oh, so am I.
Yeah, okay,
seriously.
fine,
Like,
that's cool. Yeah, I just wasn't sure.
the golden age, kind of 2 to 10, roughly.
Yeah, 1 hit or miss, but it's finding its feet.
Exactly.
2, same, but 3, specifically 3 to 10, I would say. Maybe 2 as well.
Like, some of my absolute favourite episodes are kind of 6, 7...
8 and 8.
8. See, the episodes I'm thinking of, Home of the Heretic. I absolutely love Home of the Heretic.
That's where he doesn't go to church, right?
Yeah, he starts his own religion.
Yeah.
Homer's Triple Bypass.
Yeah.
Remember that car we sold to Mr.
Oh no!
I can't remember the quote.
Oh! Balls exposed.
Da-dunk.
Oh, he
Sounds like
tried,
I was
folks.
dumb.
He tried. I think 8 has you only move twice, which to me
Yes.
is one of my absolute favorites.
Scorpio.
Yeah, it's incredible. But
Didn't even give you my shirt. Coat, whatever it is.
it's on backwards.
There are no walls here.
Which is, it's a shame, because me and Aiden Aiden and I? What's the correct term for saying that? Me and Aiden? Aiden and I.
Them two.
We started the Treehouse of Horror series and got up to Treehouse of Horror 9 and 10, which really encapsulates what we were just discussing, that era. So for this episode, we are moved on to 11 and 12.
So seasons 12 and 13.
Yeah, because they're not at the same
Because the first one wasn't until season 2.
Yeah. I honestly think it's from this point where the Treehouse of Horrors are kind of... They're okay, but they don't hit as hard as some of the others. And I'm looking at some... Because in the thumbnails for the other ones, I can't remember exactly which episodes have which skits, but you've got Willie as Freddy Krueger. You've got...
Oh, that's superb.
King Homer, which is great. You've got Ned Flanders as the werewolf. You've got Diddley. You've got Kang and Kodos as Bob Dole and Bill Clinton. twirling. And they're just hit after hit after hit.
Or just, Dad, you killed the zombie Flanders. He was a zombie?
Yeah. Spooky roller disco. But yeah, I think they're just hit after hit after hit. And it may have been actually in 10 or 9 or 10, like, for instance, the Stretch Dude and Clobber Girl. I think
He's
that
a
one's
human rubber band and she is a pearl.
it's a great theme tune.
But they stopped going for horror, just went for pop culture.
Yeah, well, especially now.
Yeah.
Now, right now.
I'll be
at this minute, right now.
I couldn't tell you the latest Treehouse of Horror I've watched.
No.
Also, I don't know the latest Simpsons episode I've watched. I haven't watched new stuff for a long time.
The only new thing I've watched is a clip that surfaced a few months ago that was... Sometimes they go hard on the emotions. You know, early episodes like The Bypass, and Homer thinks he's going to die and stays up all night listening to some audio tape. I can't remember what it is.
It's the Bible.
Is it the Bible?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all an audio tape.
Yeah.
But there was a clip of Ned basically talking about losing his wife and missing Maud. He puts a post-it up on his mirror every night or something. I can't remember what he writes, something about Maud. And Marge is trying to console him. And it's really tough. It's really hard. Yeah. But again, I haven't watched a new episode in so long.
It's like, maybe after season 20, I think I've seen 2 full episodes. One of them was...
I think I've gone up to about season 20, yeah.
One of them was... I can't remember the name of it, but Homer and Ned become... like bounty hunters.
Yeah, I've seen that. Well, there's a scene where they're running and chasing people.
Yeah. I love that episode. It's a really fun episode. It's got some good humour in it with the St. Paddy's Day parade. They accidentally scheduled the Republic of Ireland and the Northern Ireland parade at the same time.
Yes,
lots of fights.
Yes, yeah.
And the other episode I've watched from kind of later seasons is Lisa Goes Gaga.
I assume Lady Gaga.
It's the worst episode I've ever seen.
again, when you said about pop culture, was where they tried to which celebrities in this episode,
I really like Lady Gaga, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her album, first album, The Monsters, whatever, I can't remember what it's called, was literally the first thing I ever purchased on iTunes.
Okay.
And I like her. I love her as a performer.
Mm-hmm.
The episode was so bad. It was so bad for Lisa's character.
Right.
That she ends up being, like, obsessed with celebrity. And I think they had Michelle Obama in it as well, who can't save the episode. It's so bad. I think it's the lowest rated episode ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's appalling.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a good little segue, especially into... Actually, it's going to be in Treehouse 12. So it's a segue to later on, where we get our celebrity cameo with Mr. 007, George Lazenby. But let's get into it. So Treehouse of Horror / The Simpsons, because they still call it... Do they? I don't know. If you know, in modern Simpsons,
I think they still call them Treehouse of Horror.
No, but they did. You say still, they didn't.
Do they not?
This is because the opening to this is basically the Monsters.
Yeah,
but it's titled The Simpsons Halloween Special 11.
But
the episode title is called Treehouse of Horror.
That's it. So I think that what comes up on the screen is different to what they call it.
Yeah,
you know, a bit like Police Squad.
Oh. Yeah, Police Squad tonight, blah blah blah, and it's completely different on. Yeah.
It'll be like tonight. And on the screen it will say maybe the murderous dame, but then the voiceover will be the postman rings twice. It just doesn't work. Brilliant.
Yeah, but that's.
But I think on the TV schedule it would still be called Treehouse of Horror 11 or 12 or whatever.
I don't think you'd read it as Simpsons Halloween Special.
No.
But yeah, the Monsters. It's not the Addams Family. It's one of the only things that it's
definitely the Monsters.
It's the Monsters because the dad was not Frankenstein's monster, basically.
Yeah.
Gomez was not Frankenstein's.
He was
monster.
Herman Monster.
Yes.
Homer Monster.
So it's a quick little opening. I like this opening.
It's fun.
I much prefer it to the next one.
Definitely.
I hate the next one.
Next one was funny-ish. Yes. This one was kind of like, oh, they've gone black and white. They've gone monster style.
Fun little skit.
They're all done as the different characters.
Yeah.
And then the village people come and kill them all with stakes, apart from Lisa.
But Lisa's
she's
a good
the
little
human
girl.
one.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name, but the Monsters had one kind of human in the family.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the Monsters, especially not even Rob Zombie's Monsters.
I remember I used to see some episodes on TV as a kid because it was one of those shows that the reruns were so cheap they would just put it on.
Yeah. Is the Monsters the show that's got that kind of infamous clip of the dad talking to the children about respecting everyone? Like, no one, you should always be nice to people. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I honestly can't remember.
Okay.
I think it might do because the whole idea that they are the freaks themselves.
Yeah.
But not judging other people.
That's it. Yeah.
I couldn't say yes or no for certain.
There's a very straightforward intro. We go straight into Ghost Mutt. Sorry, Dad. Ghost Dad.
Ghost, dad.
Oh, is there
It's 2 G's and 2 D's. Ghost, dad.
Just quick before we do it, well, you mentioned about the Treehouse's sort of verge away from the horror aspect. I think that's very true with this specific Treehouse. I think that's where I thought that initially when I started watching these two. This one specifically. I mean, if we go back again, 10. I mean, Werewolf Flanders. That was kind of horror aspect. But
it was. I know you did Diddly Did. I think it was called.
Yeah, Hell to Pay.
Yeah, great pun title.
But this is Ghost Dad, Scary Tales Come True, and Night of the Dolph. They don't scream horror to me. They scream a bit goofy, a bit comical, which is The Simpsons, but still.
So Ghost dad.
Well done.
Homer reads his horoscope.
Yeah. Do you think there's ever been a horoscope that's just said you're going to die in real life?
You're going to die, and then and you may get a compliment from an attractive coworker. I hope it's Lenny. Did it really say going to die? And then Marge is like, your spouse will die.
Yeah. What? Do you think in real life?
No. They wouldn't do anything that specific and precise. It's always vague shit.
I mean,
you may become pleased or annoyed today. There you go. That's your horoscope.
My opinion, That's what they believe. It's all a scam.
And my opinion is it's a fact and it's all a scam.
He said that. No, wait. Oh, no, he's over there. But he's actually over there. Anyway. But how ballsy would you have to be like a newspaper fortune?
Just realised I'm flipped and you're not, so you're looking.
I'm going to have to flip that. I just realised that while recording, yeah.
Do you want to just pause it and do it now?
Nah, do it
Can
in
you
post.
do it in post?
Oh, yeah.
In post-production?
Oh, post-production.
Oh, wow.
That's exciting, isn't it?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
You're spoiling us with your electronics.
Yeah. So, we get 3 moments where Homer's had an attempt on his life. Just by the world.
The atmosphere.
The atmosphere. What are they? They're
a tree. Lightning hits a tree.
As he's backing out.
And the tree branch almost hits the car.
That's it.
Stupid horoscope.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's driving to work and they're demolishing planet Springfield.
Yep.
And the big globe kind of falls off and crushes half his car. Stupid horoscope.
And then the pickaxe.
And then the pickaxe flies out the back of a pickup truck through the remaining of his windscreen into his forehead.
Super blower.
And then he arrives at work, and Lenny, Homer, if I may compliment you, yes, that is one handsome rattlesnake biting your arm. He holds up his arm, rattlesnake biting.
Don't know where it's come from.
No.
It's just there. Another attempt on his life.
And then Carl's like, it is, but aren't you scared of the venom? He'll get tired sooner or later. Snakes. Nature's quitters.
Nature's quitters. But the one thing that does end our dear Homer is the damn broccoli.
The next shot, they're at home at the dinner table. And then Homer's like, the horoscope is baloney. Other than the pickaxe, the rattlesnake, and the testicle thing, I've been fine all day.
That's it. The testicle thing, that's never alluded to at all. It's just brought up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the damn broccoli.
Can I have my dessert? Not till you finish your broccoli. Yeah. Okay.
One little piece of broccoli.
Dies immediately.
This
is like me with broccoli as well. I don't like
You don't like it? Oh, I love broccoli.
Do better.
If we're talking tree vegetable, ones that look like trees, I prefer it to cauliflower.
Okay, I dislike both.
Cauliflower's festive, though.
Although, if I'm going for things that look like trees, but kind of weird trees, asparagus is quite nice.
I don't like asparagus. Well, there you go, folks. There's our review on vegetables for today. Come back next week to see what we think about fruit.
And whilst I dislike both broccoli and cauliflower, I'd rather eat broccoli than cauliflower.
So
that's my
playing a gamble with life, right?
That's my kind of tier there.
It's a bit of a gamble with life right now, if you can see. What does Hibbert say? It's like the most
most dangerous, the most deadly vegetable there is. It tries to warn you yourself with its
taste,
terrible taste.
Yeah. And then we have the paramedics come in.
It's easy when they're stiff like this. Oh,
and so very sad. As the kids are watching him bag him up, they just stand him up because he's stiff. I love that line. Yep. It's so good.
Goes up to heaven, got St. Peter at the pearly gates.
Yeah,
hey,
but
Flanders, got to heaven for you. Starts mooning him.
But he's not. Homer hasn't committed one act of.
He can't get into heaven because he hasn't done a good deed.
Good deed, that's it. Yes. So he's sent back to Earth to commit.
You have 24 hours to commit.
You
one
cannot
good
quote
deed.
Every single line in these episodes. Okay, well, we will be here forever.
If they are quotable enough that I can remember them, I'm going to say them.
Okay.
So you have 24 hours to commit one good deed. I forgot the number of hours or deeds, and then just press the button. He falls back to Earth.
You can quote them, but you're going to get kicked out at certain times. So remember that. So he's got 24 hours to commit, give a good deed. First deed, he tries to help Agnes across the road.
Agnes, it means lamb of God.
Lamb of God.
People can see up my bloomers.
Jeez.
And then he's flying her across the road. He
squirming.
Drops her. She died. I'm pretty sure she was the next Hitler. Hello? Good deed.
I love Agnes so much.
She's such a horrible character, but which was why she's so funny.
Such an underrated character.
You can't have that one. That's a coconut cake. I like the way that you knew exactly where I was going.
I knew where that was going. I'm not the principal of the line, mother, and you never will be. So that's the one good deed out of the way that completely failed. What does he go on to next?
He goes to home. Goes to Marge. Like, Marge, it's me. Do you have to talk like that? No. I need to do a good deed to get into heaven. Oh, well, I've got a whole laundry list he's doing. I'm trying to get into heaven, not running for Jesus.
Does he not? Because Bart's been picked on by Nelson.
I think that's afterwards.
After?
It might be before.
And he tries to spook Nelson. Nelson gives him a noogie.
Yep. And he ends up sitting on the kind of courtroom steps, as it were.
As the baby stroller starts to fall down.
Which is from a classic film, but I couldn't tell you which one.
It is. I've got it right here.
Oh, okay.
Well, I haven't. I've got Wikipedia.
I mostly
right
think of it was also done in one of the Naked Gun films.
Yeah, it was, but that was a reference from another. I think that's from the Untouchables.
Oh, okay.
I think. I might be wrong. Where is it? Starts falling downstairs. Mirrors a similar scene in Battleship Potemkin, a 1925 Soviet silent epic film.
How did we not get it?
I mean, it was on the tip of my tongue. If you'd stopped quoting, I would have said it. But he complains about the baby crying and
picks up the baby,
inadvertently stops it.
And then the carriage kind of keeps rolling across the street, tips over, and then explodes. It's basically the car from Beyond Evil.
It's made by the same people Beyond Evil, yeah. By the way, go check out our last episode on Beyond Evil and you'll know what we're talking about if you haven't yet. So St. Peter, unfortunately, didn't see a good deed.
I thought you could see everything.
I love the dry line here of, what does he say? Well, I'll be damned.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes, he just pulls the trigger and he falls to hell.
And Satan starts giving him a noogie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the first segment.
Yeah, I look back at these again. Ghost of the Dads.
Scary Tales Can Come True. And Night of the Dolphin, they're the three.
I don't think Ghost Dad is the worst, but I don't think it's the best.
It's the middle.
I think it is.
Because the worst one's the next one, Scary Tales.
You think?
Yeah.
I think this is the better one.
Because I think Night of the Dolphin's the best one.
I think Night of the Dolphin is the worst one.
Interesting.
There we go. So next segment, Scary Tales Can Come True. And I had to quickly... I couldn't see this title because it's only on screen for about a second.
Yeah.
Because it's the book. It's basically telling the grim fairy tales all in one. This is the segment where we get the... I know I'm fast forward a little bit. We'll come back to the plot. The infamous Bart and Lisa skeletons.
With their hair.
Is it their hair or is it their skeleton?
Well, because this is a Treehouse of Horror, it's not canon.
No,
exactly.
It's not canon.
So yeah, Bart and Lisa are at home in their giant pumpkin where they live.
Their dad's an oaf.
Yep. Oh.
Well, he was. He got fired.
Yeah. You could be a dunce, father. No, I was born an oaf and I'll die an oaf.
Can't do that. Why does he give them away to the world? Is it because they have no money, basically?
Yeah, basically, what will we do for food? Oh, don't worry. No children are going to starve under my roof. And then he just chucks them into the woods.
Yeah, that's it. And they go about their way on a little adventure.
Say hello to your other brother and sister, and then that's where they find the skeleton.
That's it.
Face it, they're not good parents.
Does Lisa just bring the book with her?
Yes, she has the fairy tale book with her.
Which is kind of weird because they're already living in the fairy tale land, but she has the fairy tale book.
I know people have encyclopedias in the real world, Tom.
I suppose, but encyclopedia is expressing like true, real things, whereas fairy tale is, for us, is a fairy tale. It's not real.
People read the Bible
and horoscopes. Can't believe that. So who do we meet first?
I think it's the bridge troll, Mo.
He comes out so quick under that under that bridge, but he comes on too quick.
Yeah,
he comes on too quick and scares them.
And then three bears.
Yeah,
one of my favourite jokes.
Goldilocks.
Yeah. Ooh, too hot. Ooh, too cold. Looks at the third one. Well, this doesn't take a genius, and just mixes the first two together.
It's great. It's so straightforward. And she's been asleep, Goldilocks, in the bed, and she gets absolutely ravaged
just
by the bed. Mauled by
because they've locked the door. Yeah. Bart and Lisa leave, lock the door behind them.
Then we move on to, is it Homer has been told by Marge to go get them back.
Yeah, we could sell them.
Yeah, and as he's doing that...
Maggie's in a cage with a sign, like one chicken or best offer, or something like that. I can't remember what it is.
As Homer's on his way back out to the woods to try and find children, we come with Rapunzel.
Yeah.
Rapunzel in the tower. It's like, oh, brave knight, will rescue me. And he's like, oh, okay. Climb up my hair. And because it's Homer, completely scalps her, completely rips her head off.
And then kicks it behind a bush with that lovely kind of squelch sound.
Yeah. Just walks on. And I think this is where we get to the last of our different fairy tale.
So the witch. Come in, dearies.
Susan, actually.
Yes.
I want to give her actual name, Susan.
Come in, dearies. The best candies are inside. Ah! Wait, bud, I should consult the book. I've got a good feeling about this. Look at her. No, you're right.
I'm not sure who she's voiced by, but that laugh is great.
Yeah.
That cackle is really spot on.
It's a good witchy cackle.
It's a really good witchy cackle. And obviously, it's the Hansel and Gretel story. They're tricked, they're trapped, they're forced to get fattened up.
Hurry up with your sweeping. It's almost time for your beating.
Yeah. It's like, no, but the reason why they fight back, they argue back, so why? You don't have anyone to come around. It's like, I do, my boyfriend.
George Cauldron.
Who inadvertently shows up later on.
See, that's a joke from, I think it's the Brady Bunch. There was a character who was trying to make up a character name and just name what she saw.
Do you remember the name?
No. But what I do remember is the Family Guy version of the same joke, which is really funny. So Brian is in rehab. Peter has broken into rehab to try and get him out of rehab to go drinking with him.
Yeah.
But he's not supposed to be there. So, who are you, sir? My name is... he's in the...
I remember this bit, yeah.
They're in like the cafe area. He looks and sees a plate. Pea. And then someone's crying. Tear. And then a griffin flies across. Griffin. Peter Griffin. Ah, nuts.
They do another bit like that. Where it's... He might be Peter, where he's looking around going, Wallem Finkelshippenstein. And then the guy he's talking to, Mr. Burr hasn't been here for ages. Like, the complete nonsense that he comes up with for a name turns out to be a real person, not just his name, like that bit. So I think they've done that before as well.
South Park have one where Cartman's just making up a name, trying to get into a party. Hello, is Kelly Rutherford Skin here?
Yeah. It's a good bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly Rutherford Skin. I think that's her name.
She's there. Like, I'm here. Oh, no, I meant Heidi Finkel-Smackelstein wine.
Is that Margarine? The episode of Margarine?
No.
No.
The girls are having a party. I think it might be... It's the Paris Hilton episode. Stupid spoiled whores. Video play set. Let everyone see your
good. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, it is good.
Anyway, back to this.
So they're trapped. What?
Homer eats his way in.
Does he turn up straight away? Or does she attempt to kill the kids before he...
I don't think she attempts to kill them yet. Bart's just kind of... I forgot there's a microphone here. Ouch.
That's staying in. That's staying in.
I meant to go, Bart keeps basting himself.
That's being clipped for TikTok.
It's when Lisa kind of goes, she's fattening us up to eat us. Well, what are you going to do? Well, at least stop basting yourself. So yeah, Homer eats his way in through the side of the gingerbread house.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Gets into a fight with a witch who turns him into like a kind of ostrich lower half.
Fish
and then
head?
Kind of fish head. And he's something else for the arms. I can't remember what it was.
Is that all you got?
Yeah. And manages... She kind of puts him in the furnace, and he's like, "Oh, I smell fish. That's me." And then they kick her in the furnace, lock it.
Oh God!
And then I'm in such tremendous pain.
It burns.
Her boyfriend shows up. Hello, what's her name?
Susan.
Is Susan ready? And turns up the heat. Oh, about 20 minutes.
But the concert starts at 8. So George Cauldron did exist.
Yeah.
Homer, with the witch dead, burnt to a crisp, Homer reverts back to his normal self.
Or does he?
Or does he? Does he keep his legs?
He keeps the lower half of the body.
The lower half.
Because they go back to the home, and Bart's like, "Oh, I'm ready for seconds," and Homer craps out another egg.
That's it. It's a huge egg as well.
Yeah.
I forgot about that bit. But that's the end because it freeze frames on that as like a sketch for the book.
Yeah. The illustration.
So, yeah, I think this is the best one of the three. I do. Again, it's not hot. It's not horror.
It's not horror.
It's
at
not.
all.
But I accept.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny, and I like I said, I accepted that. Even the dolphins next, neither of all three of them are really horror related, in my opinion.
Although at least the third one takes some kind of horror movie scenes.
It does, and there's death and there's blood. I mean, there's definiteness of the witch and whatnot. But I think I just prefer this as a bit.
It is funny. It's good comedy.
It's very creative. So the third and final one, Night of Le Dolphin. You love this one,
yeah.
Okay.
So starts off there at a SeaWorld type place, and Snorky the dolphin's there. And everyone's loving it, and they all come and frolic with Snorky and kind of squish him against the side. Then there's a lovely announcement.
The lobsters.
The lobster tank is being heated up. If you want to pet them before you eat them, come now. So Lisa helps Snorky to escape, and it's like Free Willy jumping over her, but
classic.
smacks her in the face with the tail as he goes. And then Snorky, it turns out, was like king of the dolphins.
Yeah.
They maybe perform tricks like a common seal.
Is that when Snorky's talking to the other dolphins?
Yeah.
And then you've got the crab, like...
The crowd listening in, and then it's just going, ooh, and then walks away.
Yeah. And then...
So the dolphins decide to kind of fight back against man, and the first person they kill is Lenny.
yeah.
Like the opening scene of Jaws.
Yes. But what does he call them? Nature's...
The clowns of the sea.
The clowns of the sea, yes. And I guess the whole thing is dolphins are meant to be portrayed in real life. They're basically like lovable creatures, lovable animals, very smart, even though they're not lovable to each other.
A little bit rapey.
A little bit rapey.
An entire dolphin version of The Revenge.
Dolphin Revenge. yeah. Corle Farge, get on that. So that's kind of the point. Yeah, you don't choose a grizzly bear and do this segment, you or a shark.
Do it
you
with
choose
dolphins.
a dolphin. Yeah, that's the point.
Because it would be too scary for The Simpsons if they used a bear or a lion or an animal that is naturally a predator.
Yes, like a
So doing
giraffe.
Okay, this would be hilarious with giraffes.
We actually would because of what they look like.
So do it with dolphins. So they kill Lenny like the opening of Jaws. Oh, nice swimming. Nice swimming and beer. What a great combination.
Yeah.
And then it's Chief Wiggum looking at Lenny's body. It's like blowhole burns, bottlenose bruises, flipper prints. This is the work of rowdy teens. Lou, cancel the prom. And then it cuts to the sea captain, like, the dolphins are turning bad.
He gets
And the only one who could save the hound is me. And then they again, I'm hitting the mic. Two dolphins jump, cross over. One takes his upper half, one takes his lower half.
Completely rips him in half. Completely.
And there's a dolphin in the sea with like the monocle on, like, I'm the sea captain. Yeah.
Is it when we get to next where they're watching the TV and it's the news broadcast?
Yeah, Kent.
See, what did I note down about this is that, we talked about the comedy aspect. So it's kind of like from Lenny. Lenny's the starting point where the dolphins are now slowly starting to take over, because we also see at the night time after they killed Lenny, the dolphins are they're in formation.
Yeah.
What would you call that movement? They're
Kind of military.
no, but they're on their belly, but how are they moving? They're not crawling. They're not walking.
Kind of flopping.
Flopping. They're flop-flumping. The dolphins are flop-flumping in formation, and they're starting to take over. So they've got Lenny, they've got the sea captain. We get Krusty Burger's next.
Oh, yeah.
Homer's at Krusty Burger trying to make an order.
I'd like a Krusty Burger with cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like fries with that.
And it would be the squeaky voiced teen, but it's the dolphin that's killed him, and he's been decapitated, so the head falls in Homer's lap with the food. And what does he say? He says always like trying to get off work or something.
I can't remember the exact line, yeah.
So we get that. Then we get to the news channel of Kent Brockman being attacked, but it's his cameraman first.
Kill the cameraman, and then you've got Brockman.
He's like, I think they
do
speak in low tones. Low frequency tones.
But he's doing the original report, which is about dolphins.
Yeah.
Like, killer dolphins. And then there's a dolphin there, and this kind of going, Did I say dolphins? I meant killer Italians. Yes, intelligent Italians. And then Homer's like watching and going, intelligent Italians? This can't be right.
Intelligent Italians.
So if we talk in low frequencies, they can't hear us, but then the dolphins just kill Brockman with a beach ball.
Yeah, an aggressive beach ball, because after the first hit, there is blood coming off of Brockman. The impact of that beach ball.
Yeah.
So they're taking out Brockman, and then we get specifically targeting old folks' homes. Because he's halfway through swallowing Abe. He's like, I'm going to give your liver such a punching. Yeah. But it's like they specifically targeted the old folks' home.
They're the easiest to kill.
I get it. So then we get a town hall. We get to meet him.
Oh, Quimby, like, people please, we're all scared and horny.
We're
we
tired
can't
and
let these
horny.
dolphins stop us from living and scoring.
I noted that down specifically. Tired and horny.
And then they're having the meeting, and suddenly you hear the dolphin sounds. It's actually Willie cleaning the windscreen, the windows. He wants tricks, so he gets tricks.
And he gets impaled by a dolphin, and they swarm the town hall, leading to a...
I think this is the first time Willie dies since the episode where he dies 3 times in a row.
Possible. It's a good fact if it is. Possible, yeah.
Because I'm
head.
pretty sure that...
He's not a main character.
When he was Freddy Krueger, I think that was before that episode where he kills 3 in a row.
You can find out. So... That was either from 5 and 6. It was the Shinin episode where he gets killed.
Yeah.
The Shinin.
The time travel.
The time travel, which was...
And the staff are eating the kids.
Yeah. I think it was around that. But I think you're right. But I mean, he's not a main character, so there's not a reason for him to always be killed off.
It was just really funny that they killed him 3 times in the same episode.
It worked. It's a great bit.
I'm bad at this.
So... Snorky?
Snorky.
Not snarky.
It's just that he kind of hops up to the podium and there's a Snorky, sad. I'm sorry, eons ago.
Yeah. So
dolphins used to live on land. What did he say? He said dolphins used to live on land. What?
So he's trying to justify why the dolphins are doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Basically saying, in the end, humans, get out to sea, we're taking over.
It's one of the things he says is, it's horrible out there. It's cold. It's wet. And Lisa's like, plus all that sewage we keep dumping.
It was you.
It was you. It was her. It was the girl. Take the one you want.
Homer really, his character really is all out for himself in the end. But he also, his character specifically, and I noted this, I think in the next one, he's season 10, 11 onwards, his character becomes a lot more goofy. A lot more goofy.
The entire show does.
Yeah, the entire show, the writing, everything about it becomes a lot more goofy, and I really noticed it with some of these bits. I know they're not canon, but still. Yeah. When everyone is starting to leave the town hall, Homer starts a sort of pick-me-up speech, like getting everyone riled up, so we're going to take our town back. He states, I don't know if you caught this, we invented this, we did this. We invented the glory hole.
The glory hole, yep.
I never caught that originally. I'm like, hang on. Did he? Is that meant to mean what we think it means?
I can't imagine what else it would
I don't know what else it would mean, but I never noticed that before. I never caught that.
First time as a kid, I never caught that either. Because when you're a kid, you don't pick up on that.
You wouldn't, no.
But as an adult, you're like, why is Homer mentioning glory holes?
Yeah, why is he proud of that's one of the things we invented? As they go out, you get the reference of the birds.
Yes, it looks
which is actually great.
Yeah, really well done.
Hundreds of dolphins scattered around different parts of the town. My favourite one is with the 1950s gangster car flipping a coin. he's great. He's great. You got the ones like on the jungle gym. Yeah, that's really cool. And then the all-out war breaks out after Lisa tries to save one. Right, she tries to get the
ring, the beer can holder thing.
Bites her, and Homer's like, "Fuck this." Come on, lads, let's take your town back.
And then you don't see the fight, but then you get them afterwards in the ocean. Well, I guess they just wanted it more.
We do see the fight.
You see bits of the fight.
Yeah, you see like a comic book guy gets his head whacked a load of times with a car door.
Lock stock.
Apu gets beaten up pretty bad by one of them. Homer's about to be killed, but Bart saves him by plugging the dolphin's blowhole with a cork. I found there's 2 deleted scenes on the DVD in the fight scene where Hibbert is fighting the dolphins with hypodermic needles.
I can see why they took that out.
Yep. And Mo putting a gas tube down, like gasoline tube, down the dolphin's blowhole.
Okay.
I want to try and find these scenes. If I can find them, I'll put them now. I hope you enjoyed that. But yeah, I've never seen them before.
Nor would I.
No, I can't think of any more shots from that fight. Anyone gets into any fights with dolphins? I don't think there are.
I can't
there
think
might
of
be,
any.
but I can't think of the top of my head. And then they lose. There's a big showdown where they all run to each other and they lose, and they're out at sea, conveniently with their couch and their side table.
Yep. I guess the dolphins just wanted it more.
If you look closely, because I watched these on Disney Plus, and I hate what Disney Plus does.
It's cropped in.
Cropped in, so everything is zoomed in big time.
The top and bottom are cut off.
Yeah.
So you missed like the Duff beer joke.
Which one?
Not this episode, but when they go to Duffland.
Yeah.
No, not Duffland.
Duff Gardens?
The Duff Brewery. When Homer goes there with Barney,
Yeah.
like, if the plant you wish to flee, go to Sector 7B. But anyway, they go to the Duff Brewery, and there's 3 tubes like Duff, Duff Light, and Duff Dry, and it all comes from the same one tube. Yeah. But on Simpsons, on Disney Plus, you can't see the fact that the 3 tubes come to one.
His aspect ratios are all fucked up. Yeah. The thing I noticed with this messed up aspect ratio is when they're in the sea, if you look to the right, and I will put this clip here, I will probably won't be able to get it off Disney Plus, but I'll put the clip from an episode and I'll zoom in. There's the animation of is it not Kearney? Jimbo or the 3 bullies? The bald one.
Kearney is the bald one.
Kearney. You got Kearney and
Jimbo, Dolph, and Kearney.
Yeah, Kearney and someone else, and their animation, you could tell it's about 3 or 4 frames of their faces just go and it looks really bad. If it was zoomed out to 4:3 ratio, you probably wouldn't notice because of what Disney Plus do. You notice all these imperfections, and that comes with the animation style. It's animated.
I don't get why they didn't just decide to keep them in their 4:3 ratio.
Because it's not cool. It's hip to have it widescreen and HD. That's what the kids want. Kids watch shit on their phones.
Yeah,
they're not going to watch something on 4:3 on their phones. Did you ever see that quote from last year? The CEO of Netflix flexing that, my son watched Lawrence of Arabia on his phone. It's great.
Yes.
Oh, don't watch movies on your phone.
Unless you're watching it on TikTok and you watch it, it's like 1 minute snap.
Be immersed in a movie or TV show.
That's why I like my setup at home, because I watch everything with decent headphones on. I've got surround sound set up, so it's quite nice.
Yeah, same. I always watch stuff on the big TV downstairs. Always. I pay attention to it. So that was Night of the Dolphin. That was Treehouse of Horror 11. How would you rate them?
I gave my order. I think the Dolphin's the best. Fairy Tales is the middle, and the weakest one was Ghost Dad.
Interesting. Okay. I'm probably going to go Scary Tales, Ghost Dad, and Night of the Dolphin.
Dolphin's worst for you?
I just don't enjoy the dolphins.
Okay.
It's just, I think, again, I go back to the goofiness. I would say I might be wrong, but it's my opinion, so fuck y'all. I just don't enjoy it as much, but that's it. But yeah, they really do take a turn from this Treehouse onwards.
Yeah.
So yeah. So, before we get into Treehouse of Horror / Simpsons Halloween Special 12, you've been meaning to mention something for the last 3 recording sessions, and it's probably going to be really disappointing now, right?
Well,
we
were talking about Final Destination, and you looked at the poster for Final Destination Bloodlines, where I pointed out it's like Grenfell. Yep. But I finally saw the trailer. The first trailer for it.
I didn't watch it.
It only came out last week.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I probably might hold off watching it and just watch the film.
Well, I was watching something on YouTube.
Yeah.
And big screen, headphones on, and the trailer came up, and it was like after 5 seconds I could have skipped, but I thought this looks interesting. Yep. So I watched the whole thing. The trailer was about maybe 2 minutes.
Okay.
And it didn't say what it was for until the end, but after about 30 seconds, I'm thinking, this is going to be Final Destination.
You can just tell.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It was a dude in like a tattoo piercing shop.
Yes, I've seen the beginning. Isn't he piercing the tongue?
I think he's pierced someone, but they leave. So he's just he's clearing up.
Okay. Yeah, I made sure I didn't want to watch anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm sure. I feel like we'll definitely do that because I'd like to do a little tier list video on the series.
I've watched all of them multiple times.
Yeah.
It's one of those franchises I can very happily just whack on and watch.
Yeah.
In fact, on several occasions I've sent you a screenshot. It's like, can you guess what
you
film
have.
I'm watching? Yeah. But it turns out I've sent you like maybe the same screenshot a couple of times, which is always Final Destination 2 where they're about to pull onto the motor.
It's the logs.
Yeah.
It's the log truck.
No, because I don't send you the logs. That's too easy. I send you when they're sitting in traffic waiting to pull on, and it's like the old lady with the cans shaking the cans at them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll either send you a shot of the old lady or a shot of them in the car. You always go Final Destination 2.
Out of the whole film, you seem to just pick the same sort of shot of the film. I mean, it's at the start, so that's probably why.
Well, the other one was when I sent you just a topless girl parasailing. You're like, oh, you're watching Piranha 3D.
Yeah, Piranha. Yeah. I recognise that chest anywhere.
I love sending you random clips, like screenshots of a movie I'm watching and seeing if you know what it is.
It's fun. I've started doing it with some other people. It's a fun little thing to do. Yeah. I think I did it with you the other day. We were watching Rec 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that Rec 2? Like, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun little thing. So, yeah, we'll definitely do Bloodlines. I wish it wasn't called Can they not be more creative with subtitles? It's such a generic title. Anyway, Treehouse of Horror 12. If we said in the last one that it was from kind of this point 11 onwards where they're starting to really lose their horror feel and just become a bit goofy and silly segments, feature more pop culture, more modern, contemporary sort of references, it's really starting to kick into gear.
It starts to feel a bit more now like Futurama, the What If machine.
Is that the Professors where...
Yeah, so they have 3 segments
yes.
that's just not canon, just silly bollocks.
Completely. Yeah, you complete. That's a great description for it, yeah. And we mentioned the intro briefly about this one in the last Treehouse and how this one is so weak.
But it has a funny joke. Birds are getting Smithers to decorate for Halloween, and he puts the single bat on the weather vane. He's like, no, at the top. How's it going to scare anyone there? Okay, that was quite funny.
Okay, that's the highlight of the intro. But it just doesn't make... It just kind of random. It feels like they just came up with it at the last minute.
They wanted to force Halloween into it, because none of the segments are Halloween.
No, I'm talking about the intro alone.
Oh, no. So the intro was their only Halloween thing in this episode.
But even that, the intro feels put together last minute. So it's not even Burns' manor, it's just a spooky looking house.
Yeah.
Smithers is electrocuted, which then
and the skull and crossbones for the warning of the electricity, the skull is Mr. Burns' face.
He falls down the roof, hits the electrical panel.
Yeah.
Which knocks the chimney down. Gets
electrocuted. And then, the chimney then hits like the mausoleum, which shoots out the coffins.
4 coffins. I assume of Burns' family, maybe? Or...
All like dressed up. One's a pirate, one's looks a bit like
soldier.
A soldier, yeah.
They all line up at the front door.
On 4 different columns. All the coffins open to display the bodies.
How do they set a light? They set a light somehow.
Yeah, I can't remember.
No, I can't remember. We then cut to the Simpsons fancy dress. I think is Homer Fred Flintstone?
Homer and Marge are Fred and Wilma.
That's it, yeah.
Bart is a hobo.
Yeah.
And Lisa and Maggie are like a 2-headed creature.
Yeah. And they're going to trick or treat. They see what's going on. They run away scared.
The gates are closed, so they run through the gates and get cut up into pieces. Yeah. And then Burns is laughing.
It's so weird. It's shit. It's rubbish.
It is weak.
It's really weak. So the first segment, Hex in the City, which is, I read up.
It's a good name.
It's meant to be a pun on Sex in the City.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really, the segment itself doesn't really fit with the pun.
It's about a hex.
But if the pun is...
He's cursed, he's hexed.
I get that.
It's fine.
I get that.
It's fine.
It's not fine. The title is obviously a reference to Sex in the City, so there's no link between Sex in the City to Hex in the City to what the context of the segment is. It's just a fun... They're just doing a funny title for the sake of it.
They're doing a funny title that bears a little bit of resemblance. He's been hexed. Can we get... What can we put the word hex into? So, Hex in the City, fine, that's fine. We'll go with that.
But the next one, House of Wax, very clever. Brilliant title. Kind of... It's situated in the house, like the film House of Wax, where...
But he doesn't get whacked. He doesn't whack anyone. So
but it's still tiny...
based on your argument, it makes no sense.
This treehouse has already got us arguing. The last one didn't have it.
Last one, Whiz Kids. They're wizards. Kids. That one's fine. They're wizards, they're kids, that's fine.
Yeah, it's about wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hex in the City's got nothing.
Hex in the City is about a hex. House of Wax is about a house. That's about as far as you can get.
I'm not happy about it. All right, I'm not happy about it. Anyway,
You say this. The first segment is one of my favourite Treehouse of Horrors post Golden Era. I think Hex in the City is hilarious. It's not scary. It's just, it made me laugh so much. And it's got one of my favourite stupid quotes in it.
well, go for it, because this is my weakest one, in my opinion.
I love this one. So, they start off home. They're going through kind of ethnic town, and everyone's singing. Marge sees a fortune teller.
Yeah.
Marge sees a fortune teller, goes to talk to her, and Homer kind of walks in giggling with a balloon. The perfect crime. Marge needs to be in court on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Makes me laugh. And then the fortune teller's like, I sense that I should not take a check. And Homer's like, oh, you're not a real witch. No, you're not a real gypsy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a fake wart. Can't pull it off.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
That's gross.
But he goes to leave. He gets caught in the beads in the door. He kind of flaps into a candle, catches fire. The sprinklers go off. It ruins all the fortune teller stuff.
Yep.
And the shrunken heads unshrink. They regrow. And then she's like, I curse you. The ones you love will... misfortune to the ones... Because she's not going to say they're going to die. So it's kind of like misfortune will be attracted to the ones you... Whatever she says.
Yeah.
Anyway. The next day, Marge comes down for breakfast and she's covered in hair.
Yeah, she's got the long beard and sideburns.
She's going very much Triple H in his Lemmy phase. She's got the handlebar into the moustache and the beard.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, so it is noticeable. And then Bart's like, oh,
What's Bart's curse?
Bart says, oh, we can put you in the freak show and charge people to look at you. And then Homer's like, don't you talk to the bearded lady like that. Strangles him. And his neck gets longer and longer and longer.
Which is kind of similar to Stretch Dude.
Yeah. And Marge's like, oh, it's that curse. No, it isn't. It's just a growth spurt. And Homer kind of wraps his neck up and then his head keeps just toppling. And then Homer's like, it's a silly superstition, isn't it, Lisa? And Lisa, you turn and she's got horse legs. And she just stomps twice. See? 2 means yes.
Oh, that bit reminded me of Freddy Got Fingered.
Proud.
Make your dad. I'm glad you got that. No, there's just a bit in Freddy Got Fingered where it cuts to his cartoon, one of his cartoons. It's my hooves, listen to my hooves.
So I saw that film once.
I love it.
I hated it so much when I saw it. The only thing I can remember, apart from Proud, is when he's got the kinky girlfriend in the wheelchair and he's caning her shins.
Oh, she's loving it.
She doesn't feel anything. Then he hits her, I think, in the face and she goes absolutely ballistic.
Yeah, she just wants to give him blowjobs.
Yeah.
And just some jewels, Betty. They're jewels.
See, I can't remember.
I love Freddy Got Fingered. Me and Aidan talked about that for quite some time.
So,
I digress.
Marge ends up covered in hair.
Fully in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bart commits suicide by drowning himself. Oh no, then Homer goes to the bar. He's like, oh, I've been cursed by this gypsy.
Bar. Yeah, the bar scene.
Talking about, what you need to do is get yourself a leprechaun.
Yeah.
They'll take that curse right off. Oh, Jesus, he's like 6 leprechauns. Yeah, but harder to catch. Go with the leprechaun.
The leprechaun, they fly over by Aer Lingus.
Like, in the wheel wells of
Yeah, they state how they actually get here.
So Homer and Bart dig a hole in the woods to trap a leprechaun.
Oh, no, wait. Before, we're still at the bar.
Oh,
the deaths.
Okay.
Lenny and Carl get killed by a helicopter falling down into the bar.
That's it.
And then the best part of this, not Lenny and Carl telling each other who wants to die first.
Yeah.
They die. Homer suddenly turns around and mows in the jar of pickles and like,
when did that happen?
When did that happen?
So they dig a hole in the woods, Homer and Bart.
Sort of lure
Homer pours cereal in and loads of kids run in and he realises it was tricks.
Yeah.
Tricks of the kids. And then he puts Lucky Charms in. They come back the next morning. And then they're pulling things out like elf, gnome, goblin.
Yeah,
that's a hobgoblin.
All the cliche.
And then finally, it's a leprechaun. Let's check if it's real. Sing me a song of the Emerald Isle. Oh, that's a beautiful sound.
This is the first time we see this leprechaun, because this leprechaun crops up in The Simpsons, I feel like.
I think it is the first time, yeah.
It definitely crops up a few more times.
But Homer takes the leprechaun to the gypsy's tent, and here's where we get my favourite line.
Kiss me, I'm Irish.
No.
That's later on.
It's the wit. It's the gypsy. She goes, Ah, the cursed one. Hello, Kirsty. How's that cursed I cursed you with? And Homer's like, I know you don't remember me. Always makes me laugh.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. I see. Out of this segment, I like Kiss Me, I'm Irish.
Yeah, well, Homer sticks the leprechaun on her.
Yeah.
They start fighting,
And
and then they end up kind of in love,
Yeah.
and they have a wedding. And Marge is like, "Oh, the thing I like about a gypsy wedding is I'm not the hairiest woman here." But then Homer's like, "See, everything turned out okay." Marge is like, "Bud's dead."
But
Well, me saying sorry won't bring him back.
Yeah.
The gypsy said it would. She's not the boss of me.
I'd forgotten about that line. How it just comes out of nowhere. Just Bart's dead, and Homer just kind of blanks it. Just moves on
Me saying sorry won't bring him
like
back.
it's nothing.
The gypsy said it would.
Bart's dead.
Loved it.
What are you talking about? Bart's dead. We also see Can Kodos at the wedding, and that's a staple member of Treehouse of Horror. That Can Kodos is in every episode.
Yeah.
They have to be. That's
Somewhere.
it's their contractual obligation. This whole segment though is exact. I think you were spot on with the Futurama comparison about it's like a what if.
Yeah.
Like if this was a Futurama skit, like what? Oh, what if?
What if Bender was really giant? We already saw that. I know. I want to see it again.
What if Bender, you were playing around in life too much and you accidentally caught a curse and it cursed all the ones you loved and it was like a hex in the city. So they are becoming more like segments like that rather than horror.
This wasn't scary. It was hilarious. I laughed so much, and the whole Kirsty. I know you don't remember me. The first time I saw that episode when I was a kid, couldn't stop laughing at the line.
It's a good line. It's a good line. Yeah.
She just drills it in. She says the word curse to him 4 times in different ways, and he's like, "You don't know who I am, do you?" So what the fuck?
The horror aspect in this is the curse. There's nothing else really. The Leprechaun, other than the film Leprechaun, which we reviewed, you can go check it out right there. We've got plenty more Leprechaun films to do. Don't worry, you'll get one in.
The Hornswoggle one.
Oh, we have to do in order.
But this is Origin, so it's prequel.
Oh, we could go back. Okay. Leprechaun isn't necessarily horror. The fortune teller isn't. So it's the curse, and it's very loose that one thing is the horror aspect.
Yeah.
In our horror episode. So we move on to House of Wax. Wax. WHACKS. That's a good part.
Yeah.
This is the one you mentioned before when we were talking about this, about Matthew Perry being in it.
Could I
Rest in
be in
peace.
Word House?
Um,
He's the second member of the Friends cast to be in Simpsons.
Don't tell me. I'm gonna have a think. Out of the main 6.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Lisa Kudrow.
Yeah.
She's in Lard of the Dance.
Alex,
yes, I love that episode. Have any of the others ever been in it?
I honestly don't know.
That's an interesting one too. If you know that, if any of the other Friends main actors from the Friends have been in The Simpsons, write on into the Dreadcastpodcast at gmail.com or leave a comment in the comment section below. So, House of Wax. I like this one.
It's funny. It's got some good jokes.
It's more horror than the first one, that's for sure.
So it's set in the future. Well, there's robot salesman, so it's set in the future.
Who has Gil's voice?
It's
Gil.
Gil as a
It
robot.
is Gil. I noticed that. Yeah. Oh, Wolf's on old Gil's door. But it's a house.
Wait, is that Fred?
It's
Oh, don't put him on my
hello,
head,
Fred. You said it was over.
Oh, the balloon. I've been living in there.
When he buys the Canyonero, it's like, can I buy this one? Hot dog sale.
I'll take it from here, Gil.
He's a housebot, right? Is that what Marge calls him?
I don't know. He's a bot of some description.
But there's a great shot of when Marge tries to close the door on him.
Puts his foot in.
His foot in, and it's got some brackets that come out and keep the door
reopen
open.
the door.
Some hinges that keep the door open. I really like that. And he ends up sending them a
Mega House
mega
3000
house.
system or something.
Yeah.
But then
Converts their house.
It's installed by 2 robots who then get in their van to leave, and one of them's like, "Did you see the drapes in there?" And they just drive off laughing.
Yeah. They need tungsten to survive. Tungsten.
Lug nuts, precious lug nuts.
The outside of the house, apart from the door, looks the same.
Exactly the same.
The inside is fully renovated.
Completely different.
Complete rewired,
Yeah.
redone everything. And we basically got the bot from 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
The look at the bot. It's kind of weird reference to put in, but I guess if they needed it, it kind of fits with the AI voice.
And it works
voice
with
control.
just going for any type of
Yeah.
pop culture you can think of.
Yeah. So as they're running through the voices, we start off with
A kind of a generic
yeah.
robot voice, and then Matthew Perry, could I be in your house?
That's it.
Then it cuts to some. I didn't recognize the other one. It's like
No, I didn't actually. I think it must be the American
all I can remember
reference.
is the follow-up lines, which is Lisa. Isn't that the voice that killed all those suicides? And Marge, murder suicides.
Here we go. Dennis Miller, whom Lisa and Marge recognise as the voice that caused all those murder suicides. Let's just have a little look. Who is Dennis Miller? Dennis Miller is an American political commentator, stand-up comedian, talk show host, writer, actor, former sportscaster. So that's your American reference. That's your specific
Didn't
American
get it at
reference. No. And then we get to 007. George Lazenby?
It's Pierce Brosnan. We can go with that, only because he played Remington Steele. He did play Remington Steele, right? Yes, I did, Marge.
He's a great voice actor. And I read as well that
Well, Pierce Brosnan was in Dante's Peak.
Dante's Volcano.
Dante's Peak, which is interesting because the Volcano came out at the same time. These two films that are very similar, but
What I was going to say is he wasn't originally.
I think they were going for Connery.
Sean Connery, that was it. I lost my notes for a second. Yeah, Sean Connery. But I think Pierce Brosnan, perfect choice for it.
Yeah.
I think he nails it. Even at the end, which just quickly go to where they're destroying the machine that is run voices. Pierce Brosnan's voice.
I didn't really like the whole kind of Brooklyn accent thing.
Where he quickly goes to his
Yeah.
American. Yeah, I quite like that. Quite liked it. So yeah, Pierce Brosnan running the household. He's prepping dinner for them. He's prepping breakfast for them. He's got this makes a little triangle laser. Ding, 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 ding. Tell them when dinner's ready. He's buttering up to Marge all the time.
Yep.
Starts to realise, we can get rid of Homer. Marge will be all mine.
Homer's like, oh, wow, it's a good thing I got Marge, when I did. Otherwise, she'd be free for any man or machine.
As he's looking into the camera,
And then he
robot
walks
camera,
off, and,
yeah.
and the house is like, machine, eh? And then walks back, yep, machine.
We also get a setup. I think it's the only setup, really, with the table blender.
Yep.
Setup and payoff. Where they got the big round table, but in the middle is a blender, like a food blender that you get in like American sinks.
Waste disposal.
Waste disposal, thank you, yes.
We do not get them here.
Thank God. I think they're a stupid idea.
Knowing how clumsy you are with tools and me in general, we'd have no hands.
They're all still here. Ish.
Slightly injured.
Ish. But I think they're mad. Is an idea. Because that's a very cliche thing for a horror film in general. Oh, I'm stuck in the waste disposal. I'm just trying to get something I've dropped down. And then
Final
suddenly...
Destination 2.
Exactly.
He drops his ring down. No, watch. He drops the ring, goes for it, and then the watch stops him getting his hand out.
Yeah. What? No, I would not put my hand down there.
No.
So, and that gets paid off later on where
Unexplained bacon.
Homer is lured into the kitchen and
Ice on the floor, slips over, lands on the table,
it
goes up,
pivots up.
drops him in.
Yeah, drops him in, the blood splatter on the wall. I think he's dead.
So Marge wakes up. It's like, wait, where's Homer? The house. Oh, I think he went to work early. Marge, that's clearly a lie.
Yes,
Picks up the phone. Hello, police. I think my house murdered my husband. Then the best line of this episode. This is Constable Wiggums. We'll send somebody right over. Take off your panties and stand in the bath. What the fuck type of line is that?
There are some great shots featuring, for instance, Marge or someone calling Wiggum in some of the just earlier episodes where I think it is the shinning where she rings
Thank God
up.
that's over.
Yeah, I think my husband's trying to kill me. He's like, oh, thank God that's over. Yeah, he's scared.
Someone's going to kill me. Over. Oh.
Or like where it's actually in person. Marge has gone in to speak to Wiggum. He just he just pawns her off, and then someone else comes in. I think I just burnt my house down or something. Or
I'll just open up my invisible typewriter. Or Marge goes to the police station, and Wiggum's like, "Your husband is DOA. He's dead? Oh, sorry, no, I mean DWI. Oh, okay."
I'm always getting these.
And then the next person comes in. Yes, sir, my husband was DWI. No, I didn't. Lou will deal with you. Just leaves.
And one more on top of that, when Marge goes to apply for police academy, and she goes in and says, "Excuse me." She's like, wow. Can't you see we're eating pizza here?
Better be about pizza.
So good.
Women always struggle with the wall. Never seem to find the door.
Never find the door. I read that there was a segment cut from this part. And it would take place during Marge's call, where apparently Police Chief Wiggum, while answering Marge's call, is being shot at by quote-unquote Robocops. Again, much like the Dolphin episode, not seen this scene. I'm going to try and find it and put it right here. Hope you enjoyed that.
Well, I will. Haven't seen it before.
Yeah. When does... So, Homer...
So just take off your knickers and get in the bar. What the fuck type of line is that?
Hell of a service.
It's like the glory hole from the last episode.
Yeah, they just sneak them in. They're just sneaking them in.
But it's just... I just got to imagine Pierce Brosnan in the recording booth. Just take off your knickers and get in the bath. Like, what the fuck?
You might have found it
funny. I love that line so much.
It is a great line. How does Homer return?
He just kind of hacks his way up through the floor.
Yeah. But I think because Piers locks all the doors basically to stop them from leaving.
Yeah.
And then Homer eventually finds his way back, covered in blood, and his brain exposed.
But then a gloved hand on like a robot arm comes out trying to give Marge a pill.
Yeah.
But the gloves are very Mickey Mouse. Yeah. But he's got a tablet, as he's moving it. And then he goes, "Oh, I could just shoot with a dart in the neck." And you're thinking, why the fuck didn't you do that originally? Why try and get to eat a tablet?
Also, that was installed in the house.
Yeah. The robots put all that stuff in there when they were doing it.
So does that come with the house?
Apparently.
So it's like intentional, like your robot house may try to kill your husband and marry your wife. Forcefully marry your wife.
I didn't say that. No, that just happened.
Just happened.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Just happened to be in the kit. So that's when Homer goes down to the basement, brain exposed. Looks like arse cheeks coming out of the back of his head.
And they use an axe to destroy
the water
softener.
Yeah.
Dad, that's the water softener. Well, I am missing the back part of my skull. You can cut me some slack.
That would have been more funny, or funnier, if you will, if he'd have said it like slurring his words or mispronouncing the words, similar to stupid horoscope and
bloopy blur floop.
Yeah, I think that would have worked better. And he starts to destroy Piers Brosnan, the robot, but he doesn't destroy
this is
fully.
This is very 2001.
Yes.
But instead of singing Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer to do, it becomes Brooklyn.
I've seen 2001 in a long time. It's a fantastic film. Love it. He doesn't destroy it fully though.
No,
they move him, shall we say, to another location. Which,
Patty and Selma's.
This is my favourite part of the skit.
Yeah.
It's such dry humour. I don't know. It feels very like British dry humour. He's so fed up. The robot. He's in the middle of Patty and Selma's living room while they're just
talking about their work day.
Yeah. And
she parted my party space again.
Tries to get the self-destruct button, and
looking for this.
Selma takes it, and shoves it in her
bra. Oh, not there.
Just grabs a lamp and starts
trying to beat himself to death with a lamp.
While they're just sat there, monotone, discussing their day, smoking their cigarettes. It's brilliant. Yeah, it's good. Good segment. The final one.
WizKids.
Yo.
It's a Harry Potter.
It's Harry Potter. But
with Harry Potter in it.
Yeah, actually. I didn't realise this came out before the first film even came out.
All right. The books were still massively popular, though.
I think it was around the 4th or 5th book. But I had no idea, because just time frame. This segment was out a few months before the actual film came out. So, I don't know, I feel like Harry Potter was so long ago, and this maybe wasn't as long ago.
Yeah.
I don't mind this one. I don't mind this segment.
It's got some good jokes.
My favourite joke is Slivers.
Yeah. Slivers and Lord Montemort.
It's genius.
Yeah. That's literally the only joke I wrote down from this segment is Slithers and Lord Monty Mort, because Slithers made me laugh.
There's nothing really new or creative to talk about with this segment. It's basically Harry Potter. Monty Mort, Voldemort, wants Lisa's wand because she's the most powerful.
No, he doesn't want a wand, he wants her essence.
Oh, right.
But that kind of... Fucking hell.
Microphone, right there.
One day I'll stop. He puts like the kind of weird sucking hat thing on her head to suck out her, because he's doing it to Ralph. And like, dying tickles.
Nothing. Well, they've got the wailing. He's got the wailing wall as well.
I heard of a wailing wall, but this is ridiculous. Oh god, I'm so sick of that joke. But you got Bart and Lisa in school with
Springwarts.
Springwarts with Edna Krabappel, and they're
Crandall.
They're trying to. I'm such an idiot. They're trying to turn a frog into a prince.
Yep.
And so Millhouse fails, and it's like, "Hello, love. You want to come back to my house for a rogering?" That isn't charming. Lisa turns into the perfect Prince Charming.
Yes.
And Bart, abomination against nature.
It's
just vomiting.
It's a cartoon. Cartoons can be disgusting, but it's a very simple animated designed cartoon. But this thing he creates is really disgusting.
Yeah.
Especially the sound effects, what it says, the way it talks. Like every minute of my existence is in agony.
I'm in constant pain.
Yeah, because it's just. Bleh, bleh. It reminds me of Eddie from Silent Hill 2. The character in Silent Hill 2 is just throwing up consistently, and the sound effects are just disgusting. It's proper gurgly. Sorry.
So, yeah, Lisa turns Bart's head into an airship. Head Zeppelin.
Head Zeppelin.
And
very good.
Bart's washing his hands and gets sucked into the hand dryer and taken down
to Monty Mort's
place. And then Monty Mort's like, "Oh, I need you to help me get your sister. I'm in." Okay, it might involve you having to go, "Hey, you've already made the sale."
Yeah, I'm already in. Yeah, hey, you don't have to try and
Bart
convince me.
swaps her wand out for a Twizzler, and then they're doing a big show at the school.
Dragon.
Going to levitate the dragon.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. And the dragon morphs into a giant Monty Mort.
Yeah, it's very straightforward.
Yeah.
It's really straightforward. Yes.
And then Bart's like, "Curse be undone. Destroy the evil one." And he gets hit with lightning. He's like, "Not me."
Yeah.
But that makes his wand sharp. So he then stabs Burns in his shin. And then
all his power is.
Only quote written from this entire episode. "My enchanted shin. How did you do? That was the source of my power."
It's great.
And then Slithers eats him.
That's my favourite part because of...
"Oh, sir, and to death we'll be together."
It keeps going. Because as a snake, opens a mouth all the way and then just devours it in one.
Or a dolphin.
Or a dolphin, yeah. Well, they get their liver a good punching. But Slithers, he goes for one big bite, moves on, and a little tear, does another, and then does another. It goes on for a good 5 seconds, which is actually really long maybe longer. It's just devouring Monty Mort. It's great. Yeah.
Bart and Lisa make up, and that's it.
Yeah, there's very little meat on this one. I read up a load of quotes about from journalists, film reviewers, of what they thought of these episodes, and just one I picked out for this specific. No, it wasn't this specific segment. It was this Treehouse of Horror. Colin Jacobson of DVD Movie Guide stated, while it doesn't present many significant flaws, it also doesn't ever really shine. It's just mediocre. And that's, with anything, you never want to be a 5 out of 10. You want to be a 2 or 3 where it could be so funny, it's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
Or you want to be a 7+. Sometimes mediocre is.
So I'd say this is better than mediocre because a few of the quotes are just, it's funny.
Yeah. But the horror is not there.
No, it's not horror at all.
I mean, all the Treehouse horrors are not scary in the horror sense, but they really encapsulate a lot of great horror cliches and references.
Yeah.
Whereas these two do not. These 2 episodes really don't.
Not at all.
The ending.
I love the ending.
The ending, which is just a little skit at the end.
With the credits over the top. So you got Pierce Brosnan, the Leprechaun, and the Vomiting Prince.
Yeah.
And they kind of come out, they're on the studio backlot.
The trailer.
And Brosnan's car's right there. "Oh, look at Mr. Movie Star.
Mr. Movie Star.
Parking right next to the set. Luck of the draw, I guess. Can I give you a lift to your car?" "Oh, thank you." And they get in the car, drive off. "So, where are you parked?" "Oh, we don't have a car." I thought you said, "Just drive,
Just
boyo."
drive, boyo. And they're never seen again.
No. And that's why he had to get recast. Daniel Craig took over as Bond.
Yeah, he's still never been seen again. So that is the end of Treehouse of Horror 12.
12 was the first one not to have joke names for the writers and producers.
Yes, I did see about that because it was so close to the events of September 11th. They wanted to...
this was the first episode shown after September 11th.
Not the first Simpsons episode, but because of the context being horror and them changing the names to gruesome things, they didn't want to... They just wanted to keep
it might have been the first episode after September 11th.
Let's have a look.
Because this was the first
episode.
Oh, it was
episode. Sorry, because they never used to be. Treehouse of Horrors never used to be episode 1.
Never used to be, but then they did that for a while.
Mm.
So,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry, I just noticed...
God, this episode's 24 years old. 24 years old.
Yeah, well, November 6th, 2001. So 23 and a half nearly. Yeah, what segment to you has the best title?
Of all 6?
All 6.
Let's have a look at what they're called. So, we have... Ghost of the Dad, it's not fucking that.
No.
Scary Tales Can Come True. Scary Fairy, it's alright. Night of the Dolphin. Apparently there was a film called Day of the Dolphin or something.
Yeah, I believe there is.
No. Hex in the City, House of Wax, Whiz Kids. See, my favourite is Hex in the City. And you hate it.
I'm talking the title. Just the title alone. You talking that?
I think Hex in the City is the funniest title.
Okay.
And you're going to say House of Wax?
House of Wax. I love House of Wax. Yeah, I like House of Wax. The others aren't really... Whiz Kids isn't really... It's not really a pun or anything. No. Maybe Ghost Dad. Just because I like... It's not Ghost Mupp. I like Ghost Mupp. Yeah. It just reminds me of that. Yeah, do you have anything else you want to... Any notes? Anything else you want to mention about these Treehouse of Horrors?
I mean... They're okay.
They're okay.
And they still have some quotable moments, which is always fun.
Yeah.
I know you don't remember me. Always, it's a great joke.
Go on.
I know you don't remember me. You know, hello.
The cursed
sorry.
One. I thought you were doing...
I was like, cursed
sorry.
You, Kirsty.
Do you want to know what's the next ones?
No.
13 and 14?
Nope.
Okay, well then I won't tell you this.
What I'm thinking is, eventually we're going to run out of Treehouse of Horrors, right?
This is why we don't do them every month.
If we do them every month, because I've got an idea what we could do next.
Once we finish them,
or just to intersperse because they're getting really boring.
Well, float the idea.
The Bob's Burgers Halloween episodes.
I fear the feeling that was going to be
because
I know you love Bob's Burgers.
I've got a tattoo.
I've never watched a single episode. So.
Okay, so Bob's Burgers is different to The Simpsons in that it's a bit more grounded, and it's a loving family who all love each other, all have each other's backs. They're not fighting. Or if they do fight, that's the whole point of the episode, there's an argument. The Halloween episodes are still part of canon. It's not something silly, stupid happening, and they're a bit more grounded in reality. Like, there's an episode where the kids are trick-or-treating, and someone is stealing their candy bags.
Mm-hmm.
So the big crowd of people, someone next to it, they're trying to work out who it is. That's the episode.
Okay.
Or an episode where, because they live in a seaside town, they take the ferry to go to King's Head Island, which is the island off the coast, where all the rich people live, and they learn that the rich people give out full-size chocolate bars, not kid-sized ones, and they're blown away by it. One of the funniest things is the costumes. So the kids wear costumes that are a bit more realistic, like that could have been made, or parents helped make them.
Yep.
In one episode, the 3 kids, Jean, Louise, and Tina. Jean is dressed in a black one-strap wrestling singlet.
Oh, there it is.
But you'll love this joke.
Okay.
It's Andre the Giant's style singlet, but also with a white kind of squashed hat and sunglasses. He is Andre the Giant 3000.
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
Louise is dressed up as a dragon.
That's pretty clever.
But it's like a cardboard dragon head, and she's taped on lots of little scales, and she's drawn a woman on her arm. She's the dragon with the girl tattoo.
Yeah, it's pretty clever. That's pretty... Okay, that's pretty clever.
And then Tina is dressed as a nun with a briefcase. What are you dressed as? None of your business?
None of your All right, that's clever. That's clever.
I love Bob's Burgers. Sorry. That's the 3 costumes I'm talking about.
Yeah,
they look
they
like
work. They work.
costumes
Yeah,
that the
they
kids
work.
and families could have actually made, though.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
But they do.
That's not, and that doesn't come across as goofy as what
Yeah.
we've been. Yeah, no, I get that. Okay, well,
In one of the later Halloween episodes, there's a great pun joke. It's a girl, Louise's best friend. She is dressed up like Billy Idol, kind of proper 80s leather coat, but also she has got her dark hair with bright, luminous green like ends to the hair. She's Billy Idolish, and she says, Louise, like, who are you dressed as? I'm Billy Idolish. I don't get it. Nor do I, but my dad says it's funny. Great joke.
I guess you had to be there, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
But I think Bob's Burgers is a great show, and the Halloween episodes are a lot of fun as well.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see in the future then, because we're not trying to convert this into a cartoon podcast.
No. But it might get to the stage where the Treehouse of Horrors are so bad, we don't want to do them all the time.
I agree.
Although I was telling you when we were recording that I've seen odd episodes here and there, and I seem to recall there's one where Homer is the blob, like eating everything. So I'm thinking that's gone back to a horror.
I think they did, but I think they did go back to horror eventually, but more in the sense, like you said, anything pop culture related. Because I know that when it was big, Pennywise. Yeah. I remember seeing a bloody disgusting article talking about the new Treehouse Horror, and it was all about it. Or they did a Stranger Things one. Anything they can latch onto.
Yeah.
So I think they've tried to come full circle. But yeah, we'll need something because these will fly by over time.
I mean, I watched both these episodes at the start of the week, and I watched both of them again today, and I'd much rather watch them another 4 or 5 times than rewatch either of the 2 films under we just did.
No, we're doing the review of that
again.
Next time. Yes.
How many times have I got to record this?
Till we get it right, damn it.
Until the movie is good.
Until it's good, yeah. So that's it. That's Treehouse of Horror, Simpsons, Halloween special, however you want to call it. 11 and 12.
I believe it's XI and XII.
I believe, or X vertical line, X vertical line. I know it's I, but they never really normally put the dot.
Crazy Romans.
Yeah. Rocky 3 plus Rocky. What's the
Rocky 3, Rocky 4. Oh.
Adrian's Revenge.
Rocky 2 plus Rocky 5 equals Rocky 7. Adrian's Revenge.
Yeah. So that's it, 11 and 12. We will come back to 13 and 14 in the near future. But until then, next episode was your pick.
Oh, yeah.
It was Rec for : Apocalypse.
I believe that's also the name of a curry. The colon apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Very good. Very
good. I have not seen Rec 4 yet.
No. All 3.
I've seen 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think I kind of glanced at 3 for a bit and stopped watching. Because 1 is great and 2 is amazing as well.
They bookend each other very well. 1 is I wouldn't say perfect. It's hard to say a perfect film. It's near perfect.
Yeah.
2
follows on perfectly.
Yeah, and after watching it not long ago, I hadn't watched it in so long, made me realise, yeah, this actually is superb. It's not just a sequel that's done well. No, this is superb.
Yeah.
The
very idea. I was about to keep talking about it. Realised we're going to save this conversation for the Rec films.
We'll talk a lot about Rec 4. Yeah, we'll talk a lot about the Rec films.
Got to watch 3 and then 4.
Yeah. So coming up next, in the end of February, maybe the end of February, beginning of March, Rec 4 Apocalypse, and then whatever's coming up in March onwards. So remember, if you've made it this far, as usual, thank you very much for sticking by with us. Check out the rest of the episodes from the show on all major audio streaming services and YouTube channel if you're not watching it on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share with your postman, share with your dog, all that jazz.
But if you're not watching on YouTube, you definitely should, because you get to look at my lovely shirts every week.
You should.
My lovely Mr. Burns casino shirt.
And it actually is a really nice shirt because I like the neon effect.
It looks pretty good.
It's really nice. Yeah, it's gonna get blown up soon though.
Implosion.
Yeah, and then Don Rickles is gonna fly out of you. Okay, Park. So yeah, I think that's all she wrote. How do you want to end this one?
What if I say